Alright, we are now back here, continuing onward with Stage 2. Kind of like what was going on with one of these later stages from the first game. We find ourselves back on a bridge setup. In this case, this game is going to now introduce a new type of enemy very shortly, which is basically an entire series of bikers where the whole name sequence seems to be based around some version of wind. There are versions where you'll actually be able to fight them offhand, or fight them in person. Most of the time, in that case, if they can get a hold of a pipe, they'll use it on you. But there's also a version of the enemy which is going to appear a lot in this particular section, where they're just going to ride around on and off the stage on their bikes. Gonna leave that on there. Alright, the first identified one, Storm. I believe this one is named Gale. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure what the blue ones are named off the top of my head. I think it's Gust. And we're probably gonna find out in a moment. Also, as a side note, the blue ones are named Tempest. And that's an example of one that came at you with the pipe already in hand. Oh, they can also toss grenades at you. Grenades which are good at knocking themselves out. Blade. Okay, that one doesn't fit the naming sequence. Fortunately, that's another thing the whole biker sequence is good at. Sucker punching you. You bastard. Okay. Enough of that one. Let's get into the truck. Before we meet the next enemy type, as a few of the generic bikers hang in the background. This generic martial arts. I can't remember what the naming sequence is for him, but just generally a bunch of Japanese names. There'll be a later instance of some general enemies that will come up of Japanese origin, but in their case, his name will be a little more obvious, as the name of those bunch of characters will actually be based around famous Japanese movie actors. If there's anything for this sequence, I just don't know what it is. Aside from a fairly delayed jump kick they have, the only other major thing which that particular enemy has is a forward fireball that you didn't even get to see there because I just killed him too quickly. Okay, now they're starting to gang up. We're now on a more incomplete part of the bridge now. It's still fairly easy going for the most part, although we're about to meet what's easily the most annoying boss type of the game, the Jet series. As if they weren't already annoying enough in the... Wait, no, they weren't in the first time. At least I don't think so. Don't remember as much. But just generally, anytime you see anything that is flying around on a jetpack, you're going to be in for a bad time in the series. Just because, unfortunately, since they aren't grounded, you can maybe get in a shot or two max, unless they're really low to the ground, where you can actually grab them, which just makes it drag out much longer than you ever want. And it doesn't help that I left a few too many enemies still on board. Okay, now it's just me and Jet, so this is about to get much easier. It's just a matter of repetition. can effectively catch him in a pattern like this where you can just jump kick him again and again. It's not a fast method to beat the Jet series, but it works. Missed that one. Okay, the drop knees don't work exactly. Either that or I'm just missing the timing on them. No matter, Jet is just about dead. This last jump kick should do it. And down goes stage 2. Aside from the enemies beginning to gang up a bit more, generally nothing too hard. Alright, momentary break in recording. Be right back, ladies and gentlemen.